What up, y'all? It's your boy Spicy Noodles. We're gonna do another deck tech, but it's not a commander deck this time. I figured since I'm getting back into playing standard, we'll talk about my standard deck. I apologize if you hear the AC in the background. Our central AC is out, so we got to run the window units, and here in North Carolina, it's fairly warm already. So with standard, unfortunately, there's not as many creative liberties that can be taken, such as in commander. But I am running elementals, so let's just get into it. So we have 4 copies of Flame Braider. It's just a mana dork. Get some elemental out of it. We have 4 copies of Ashling Rekindled, and it does flip. So whenever this creature enters or transforms into Ashling Rekindled, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. At the beginning of your first main, you may pay blue if you do transform Ashling. And when you transform her, she becomes Ashling Rimebound. When this creature transforms into Ashling Rimebound and at the beginning of your first main, you add 2 mana of any color, spend this to only cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. Then same thing, you can pay a red and transform her back. Put her back in the sleeve real quick. And we do run 4 of her, because especially early game, she is devastating. We run 4 copies of Vibrance, a 5-drop elemental. When this creature entered, if 2 red was spent to cast it, this creature deals 3 damage to any target. When this creature entered, if 2 green was spent to cast it, search your library for a land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. You gain 2 life, or you can evoke it for either 2 red or 2 green. But we don't do a whole lot of evoking in the deck. We're going to hard cast. And like I said, there are 4 of him. We run 4 copies of Wistfulness, another 5-drop elemental. When this creature entered, if 2 green was spent to cast it, exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. If 2 blue was spent to cast it, draw 2 cards and discard a card. So we have 4. We have 4 copies of Deceit, another 5-drop. When this creature entered, if 2 blue was spent to cast it, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And when this creature entered, if 2 black was spent to cast it, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. So it's a good way to get stuff out of their hand. We have 4 Roaming Thrones. So with Roaming Throne, when they enter the battlefield, you choose a creature type. Naturally, I'm going to choose Elemental. And then any of those triggers that happen with a Roaming Throne on the field, it will trigger an additional time. So the goal is to get, a couple thrones out, cast these elementals, and just kind of neutralize my opponents. We have 3 Sunderflocks. Spell costs X less, where X is the greatest mana value of elemental you control. It's a flyer, of course. When this creature enters, if you cast it, return all non-elementals to their own hand. It's a good way to clear off the opponent's board if they're running a lot of creatures. That's it for creatures. So on to sorceries and instants. I run 2 copies of Winter Night Stories. You draw 3, discard 2 unless you discard a creature, and you can harmonize it back from the grave. And harmonize is it costs less depending on the creature's mana value to play it back from the grave. Not mana value, power. My bad. I run 4 Spell Snares. Counter target spell with mana value 2. I have 2 Bounce Offs. Return target creature or vehicle to its owner's hand. I have 1 Bloodline Bidding as a last hurrah. Costs 8 to play, but you can choose a creature type. Return all creature cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. It also has Convoke, but chances are we're going to have to hard cast it and not Convoke it. But it's just in there. If I've got a grave full of stuff and I can pull it off, then fantastic. On to land, I run 1 island. I have 4 Secluded Courtyards, choosing elementals when it enters. Add a mana of any color, only to cast or activate abilities of the elementals. I run 4 Cavern of Souls. When it enters, we're going to choose elementals. I can add a colorless or add a mana of any color as long as I'm activating only casting creatures of that chosen type. We have 1 Eclipsed Realm. When it entered, you can choose elemental, elf, fairy, giant, goblin, kithkin, merfolk, or treefolk. Add the colors or a mana of any color only if I'm using an ability or casting of the chosen type. Quarry Mountain Monastery. Enter tapped unless you control a plains or an island. Tap it, add a red mana. Pay 3 in a red, tap it, exile top card of your library. You can play that until next turn. We have 3 breeding pools. When breeding pool entry, you can pay 2 life if you don't enter taps. It's just shock land. I run 4 starting towns. This land enters tapped unless it's your first, second, or third turn of the game. You can tap it to pay a mana. Tap it to add a colorless mana, rather. Tap it to pay a life, add a mana of any color. I have 4 steam vents. It's another shock land, just red and blue. I have 1 Thundering Falls. Enter the battlefield tapped, and I get to surveil. I have 1 Spire Bluff Canal. Entered unless I control 2 or fewer other land that enters tapped. Then for my sideboard, I run 1 Wan Shi Tong, so I can flash it in at the end of somebody else's turn and make a pretty beefy creature. I have another Sunderflock just in case. I run 4 copies of Seer. Seer deals 4 damage to any creature or planeswalker. I have 2 Spider Senses. I can counter target instant spell, sorcery spell, or triggered ability. And I had Web Slinging for 1 blue. I can return a tap creature to my hand and cast it for 1. I have 4 negates. Counter target creature spell. I'm sorry, 3 negates. And then I run 3 Essence Scatter to counter a target creature spell. Okay, that's for standard. This is a list I got online with a Pro Tour list. But like I said, with standard, you don't have as many creative liberties as you do with Commander. But I swore I would never play standard again, but a buddy taught me into playing it. So here we are after 3 years playing standard again. So I played it a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to go this past week, but I really enjoy it so far. If you guys think of anything that I should add that's standard legal, let me know in the comments, and I'll take a look at it and take it into consideration. But anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll catch you on the next one.